Good morning. Today I'm going to make chicken stock, and it's a pretty easy process. What I do is when I'm using whole chickens, say that I'm going to make fried chicken, I keep the back and I put it in a little baggie and I throw it in the freezer. And then if I'm doing chicken wings and I cut off that little tip, I add it to the back. And I just keep adding all these little random chicken parts over a few weeks until I get enough to make chicken stock. In my stock pot, I have 2 tablespoons of oil, an onion, 2 carrots, 2 ribs of celery, 4 cloves of garlic, salt and pepper, and I'm adding a whole chicken. If you don't have a bag of chicken parts in your freezer, you can add a whole chicken and then use the meat for recipes throughout the week. That's what I did this time. I added a whole chicken. And then a neighbor of ours processed some meat birds and gave me a bag of chicken paws. And they make the best stock because they're so high in collagen. Next, cover in water, bring it to a boil, turn it down to simmer for 7 hours. I added some fresh thyme and parsley from the garden, and that's going to give it a really great flavor. At this point of the game, I'm checking for seasonings. I'm going to taste the stock, and this is where I'm looking to see if it has enough salt. What I do is I'll add like 1 or 2 Knorr's chicken bouillon cubes to not only bump up the salt in the stock, but also bump up the chicken flavor. So that's kind of one of my tips too. So I added 2 today because I made a double batch. At this point, we're going to strain the stock through a sieve. I went ahead and took all the meat off of the bones, and I'm going to get this packaged up, and I'll use it later this week. And I like to store it in 1 quart deli containers. I put the top on it and I stick it in the refrigerator overnight, and the fat just raises to the top and it kind of seals it. And then when you go to use it, you can just take a spoon and take all the fat off. Now don't throw it away. Put it in another deli container and store it in the fridge. And you can use that fat to impart tremendous flavor when you're sauteing like hash browns or potatoes or whatever. Just a little tip. I do that with bacon grease and duck fat as well. I don't know if you guys do that, but don't throw it away. It's really, really, really flavorful. Okay, once you take that fat cap off, you're going to discover the most glorious, gelatinous, flavorful, really good chicken stock. Let me show you. I went ahead and I made a double batch, and I got a 12 quart yield. I left the fat cap on for now. I'm going to put the top on them, get them in the refrigerator, and then it'll make it easier to take the fat off of it. The next day, you can just take the stock out of the refrigerator, and you can just take a spoon and see how easily the fat comes off. I put it in another deli container, and I'll save this, use it in my cooking. But underneath this fat cap, you are going to find the real deal. This is what chicken stock should really look like. Look how gelatinous that is. This is the real deal stuff. It's not the stuff that you buy in the carton in the grocery store. This is like real cooking, real chicken stock. And save this. Use the chicken fat in other dishes. Now this yielded me 12 of the quart containers because I did a double batch. Well, that's how I make chicken stock. Now, I used the whole chicken in the preparation today because I wanted to get a little chicken ahead for this week's meal prep. It does seem to be a little bit softer in texture when you cook it for so long, but it's great in recipes like chicken salad or chicken enchiladas, things like that. Well, I hope this helped you guys. I know you guys wanted to see how I do chicken stock, and it's pretty simple. But you can save a lot of money because, like I said, I got 12 quarts out of this, and it's really, really high quality chicken stock. Anyway, until the next video, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you guys later.